Hey, thanks for stopping in to check out Beautifully Human. This video is just going to serve as kind of an introductory video, tell you about myself, tell you about my business, and I'm going to answer a few questions. So, my business is Beautifully Human, as you know. Um, I got into art when I was young. I mean, I've been doing art forever. Um, I didn't go to school for art. I have a degree in marketing, but art has been always been something that I love to do. Um, I draw, I paint, I create digital art. Um, yeah, that's pretty much what I do. You can see all that and more on all my social media. Um, a little bit about Beautifully Human. So I created Beautifully Human. Well, the idea came about in 2014, and I found myself walking through stores looking for black art, and I got really excited whenever I saw a piece of black art, which is crazy because that means it was rare that I saw any. And I started to think this is not cool. I think we should have more black art available in stores like Target, where anybody can get it. So I decided instead of complaining about it, I was gonna do it. And also another thing I noticed was um, Marilyn Monroe or Audrey Hepburn on everything. And I noticed that in a lot of people's houses, and I'm like, it's interesting that we hang up a lot of art that doesn't represent us, and I felt the need to provide that art. So that was the reason behind starting Beautifully Human. Um, so my purpose is to empower and uplift and inspire people of color through my art. A mission to create art that expresses the beauty of all hues. So colorism is an issue. It always has been. Hopefully, it won't always be an issue, but it's still an issue, and I think you know art can help alleviate that issue. Um, I want to represent people of color in a positive light through my art. And like I said, I want my art to be in stores. So that's my vision. My grand vision is to have things readily available in stores, not just online, but actually you can go pick it up for a reasonable price. So that's that. Um, Let me open up some questions. So someone asked, "What's your process when you create art?" So I don't think I really have a set process. I just kind of get inspired sometimes by pictures or by something that's said, and I'll just create from that. Um, when it comes to painting, I really dream up, what's my background going to look like? What color scheme do I want to go with? And that's that. A lot of times I just start drawing. I don't really plan things out all the time. And what inspired the spelling of your brand? So, the spelling is Byootifule, Beautifully Human. Um, I looked up beautifully. I looked up the phonetic spelling for it, and it was pretty close to what I have here. But really, I just like to be different. So I wanted I wanted my name to stand out. Sometimes people struggle to pronounce it, which is unfortunate, but I think as people get to know the brand, they'll eventually get it right, you know. And the human is Hueman, and that's because of like what I said about colorism and how every shade is beautiful. I want that to be represented in my branding. So human is spelled in various shades of brown, and of course hues of your skin colors. So that's that. Look for another question. Where do you think your creativity comes from? Hmm. You know what? I kind of think creativity is hereditary a little bit because my mom is very creative, and I don't know. I mean, I can't really tell you where I became creative, but my inspiration comes from everywhere. But my creativity, I think, is just kind of, I was born with creativity. um, Also, just I'm just inspired by, wanting people to feel good about themselves, uplifting them, that kind of thing. How long does it usually take me to finish a piece? It really depends on the size and the detail that I put into it. So I have something that I created. I painted Afrobella, the blogger Afrobella, and that took me 7 hours. And I don't know if that's long or short, but for me, that was really fast because normally I break it up into multiple days, but I painted her in 7 hours straight. So I went and got the painting so I could show you. So this took me, let the lighting adjust, 7 hours to paint. And you notice there's some pretty good detail in there. I got her rings, her hair. So something like this is I think 18 by 24. It took me 7 hours to do that. But if there was more detail in her, maybe her clothing or the background, or even if it was bigger, it would take me longer to do that. But even sometimes on smaller paintings, it takes a while to do because of high level of detail. And I got one more question. If you were commissioned, what art would you not be willing to do? So right off the bat, I wouldn't be willing to do something that's a replica of somebody else's work because that's just a big no. I I told you I like to be different. So I really wouldn't want to imitate somebody else's stuff because I want mine to be different. I want it to stand out as its own. Um, hmm. But what would I not do? I would not be willing to do. That hair in my mouth. Sorry. I would not be willing to. I really don't know. That's a hard question because I'm not the type of person that's willing to do just anything for money. But at the same time, I don't want to turn people down if they really want my artwork. Like it just seems kind of, why would you do that? Um, I don't know. That's a really good question. I'm gonna think about that some more and get back to you. But anyways, I think that's it for now. Thank you for watching my video. Subscribe to my channel. Hopefully I'll be uploading pretty consistently. This is my very first real YouTube video, so I don't know. Thanks for watching. I will put all my social media and email information in the description box, and let me know if you have any more questions. Thank you. Bye.